Now, here's what we're doing today. Today really is what we call our Super Saturday. I'm speaking more so to the guests. That really concludes that part of our presentation. We wanted to respect the fact that you guys did come out, but what we're going to do now is really dive into the training, the nuts and bolts of what it is that we're doing. So you're certainly welcome to stay, but I don't want to hold your time captive. So if you're available to stay and it's something that you have the time to do, I would encourage you to do it, because right now we're about to get into the nuts and bolts of how we really make this business work. But today what we're going to do, and this is going to be a working session, it's going to be an opportunity for you to ask questions. I'm going to do a training on customer acquisition, prospecting, and we're going to have Attorney Jackson. He's going to do a training on how we create the 5 links assembly line. We have Conda, one of our national directors. She's going to do a class today on team etiquette. And I'm going to have Tim to come up, and who's actually at the door of Senior Vice President. Really, he'll be flipping at the end of this month. My training today on customer acquisition and prospecting, I definitely want to preface with and integrate the mindset portion of what you guys have heard over and over. But I also want to drill that into you, because I want you to understand that everything that we're going to do where prospecting and customer acquisition is concerned is really riding on us getting that part of the deal correct. Because if you bring the wrong mindset to customer acquisition and prospecting, it doesn't matter if you physically do what we're going to talk about today. You'll be doing it in vain, because at the end of the day, it's the spirit that gives life. So it's very important that we calibrate our thinking in such a way where we can tap into the greatest part of our human potential. See, I want to offer today a different take on things. We have to cause the results that we're looking for. This is not going to happen with 1 foot in and 1 foot out. This is the transfer of wealth. And in order to get our portion of that transfer, we're going to have to get our hands dirty. We're going to have to get in the grind. We're going to have to really get in the mix. One of the reasons why people fail in this industry, besides poor leadership, is that they're not all inside. See, you can't ever convince people to do this. Nobody's going to ever see this deal through you. They have to feel this opportunity through you. And the only way that they can feel this is if it comes from your heart. You got to be able to get into a level of passion that can touch a person's heart, and you can't do that when you're on the outskirts of what it takes in order to be successful. You have to get all inside. There's something about what we've been taught in our education, our religion, our political agenda, the social construct that has literally created a matrix. There's a governor in your mind that is actually convincing you to do the wrong things. It's got right looking like it's wrong, and it's got wrong looking like it's right where wealth is concerned. We'll actually go out and get an education. And to get a job, we'll spend tens of thousands of dollars to go get an education. I got a degree in electrical engineering and mathematics. And when you understand the income levels of people who graduate and who are able to successfully get a job, that's one of the highest paying professions in college that you can get involved in. But at the end of the day, the jobs that they were offering me didn't even cover what it cost me to go. Now, but that didn't stop, and don't stop the majority of people from driving their children to become students and get an education with the objective of getting a job. And we know that most people gonna retire broke. thousands of dollars in an education that's going to prepare us to actually fail. I'm not saying that our education isn't relevant and it doesn't give us the power to be successful or the capacity, but at the end of the day, the route that most people choose with their education is to take that education and give it to the benefit of others. But then we talk about an opportunity where you only need to spend $50 a month, maybe $100, $150, $250 to get started, $250 to set up your business, and people can't find the time or the money to do that for themselves. Why is that? Because that governor has convinced us that everything out there is going to empower us, and we have less confidence in what's happening over here. So what I want you to get is that this is going to be a struggle. You're not going to build this business with extra money and extra time and an extra convenience. It's not going to be convenient. 95% of what all successful people do is very inconvenient to be successful. Very inconvenient. See, we have a Hollywood romantic version of success. And that is just what it is. It's a romantic concept. But at the end of the day, it's not reality.